What's going on, guys? So in this video we're going to be talking about the 3 tips and points that I have for any trader that is struggling to become profitable. Now these 3 points that we're going to cover today are some of the easiest things to apply, but therefore become sort of the backbone, if you were, to your consistency. Now, many people come to me and ask me, what do you use for, your strategy? Is it smart money? Are you using, Fibonacci entries? Are you using support resistance? Wherever it may be. There's one very, very, very key point, okay? Now, again, everything stated in this video is my personal opinion. These are all points that have helped me gain profitability from when I first started. And I think that it's probably quite an important thing to be teaching, if you were, to other people that are struggling, okay? Now, when I first started trading, I came to the game with the mindset that many other people come to. That you treat it almost like you would if you were in school or university, college, wherever it is that you may be, okay? Even if you're working a 9-to-5 job. When you get to that place, you do things one way, you learn the way that you're taught, and you stick to that way. No matter how hard it may seem to you, you stick to those methods. So, before we get into the points, and I explain exactly what the 3 points are that help you gain consistency or helped me gain consistency, we just need to really make something clear. Every single thing in life differs from person to person, right? Every single thing. Not everybody takes their coffee black, Not everybody likes their bath a certain temperature. Everybody likes things different, okay? So because of this, you need to get rid of the mindset that when you find a strategy, you have to stick to it like glue. Now, this doesn't mean learn a strategy and completely deviate from it and then wonder why it doesn't work. What it means is the strategies that people teach you, so like mine, for example, have been built up over time and over personal preference. They're not built up overnight based off of one system. Yes, many aspects of most trading strategies originate from a certain area. But for example, there's a reason why there's people that trade, line charts. There's people that trade Fibonacci's. There's people that trade support resistance. There's people that trade, like scalping every single move in the market. There's people that only swing trade. Now, there's a reason for that. The reason for that is because everybody is different, okay? So please do not feel like you can't take the information that I give, for example, or anyone else gives, and adjust it to suit your trading plan. Trading is personal, and until everybody takes their mind off of the fact that, I found a strategy and I need to follow it follow it like a religion, that's not the case. We need to take the information that works from wherever it may be, whether it's support resistance, like I say, whether it's a moving average, whatever it may be. If it works and you've backtested it and proved that it works, adjust the systems to let them work for you. Very key point. A lot of people come to me, especially students, for example. I've taught people that have come to me and said, well, this works for me and I like the way you trade. What can I do? Well, just merge the two together. Take the aspects of whatever it is that you have learned already that works and apply them to what? The information, the information I'm showing you. Exactly the same as anything else. If you want to use candle patterns, for example, in confluence with a system that doesn't actually incorporate candle patterns, then by all means, get involved with that. Do that. Make trading work for you, okay? You'll find 90% of the time, what works for one person will not work directly for somebody else. So make trading work for you. It's personal, all right? Keep it personal. Adjust things to work for you. So guys, when you do this, it's going to give you the ability to really have a clear understanding of what you're doing, because you're going to work with certain aspects that you get on with, as well as the system that you already have learnt, allow you to broaden your overall strategy, the way you look at the market. Again, this is completely up to you. Like I say, trading is personal and it's down to the individual. This is why many people get stumped at the first hurdle, because they'll learn one concept, for example, and they won't deviate from that concept. When it's okay to learn how to cook something and add your own ingredients, it's fine. That's how the world works, right? So you have to be flexible with what you do. And it allows you to come up with a strategy that you actually like, something that you can consistently use, right? And talking about liking your strategy, if you're finding this helpful already, make sure you like this video. I really would appreciate it. It helps us a lot. But now that we've covered the first point that we really wanted to make, let's get on to the 3 key points that helped me become a profitable trader. So, point number 1, stick to your risk. This overall does not mean you can only use 1% risk for every single trade you get in. It does not mean that you can only use the same given risk every single time. But what we really need to think about is, if we're applying less risk to a certain trade, we need to have criteria that's met for that trade to be warranted the same next time you come around to it. Because what you will find will happen is you will, for example, change your risk based off of how you feel. Which again, as soon as you start doing that, you're letting emotions lead you. You can't have that when you're trading. You have to be robotic, right? So if you're using 0.5% risk for whatever reason, the trade's less probable, it's a counter trend trade, whatever, that's fine. As long as you apply the same rules to when you have the same scenarios for another trade, right? It's exactly the same when you're trading, and you're confident. And okay, this trade is more than likely going to go in my direction, and you're using 1% risk. Again, you need to know your criteria for that trade so you can apply the same risk in the same criteria again. Therefore, consistently applying the same risk every single time. Now, tip 1 again, pretty basic, pretty easy, but something like that, honestly, people overlook. They get too involved with trying to get into the trade, trying to get into everything, rush around. Take it easy, relax, chill. The markets aren't going anywhere. Make sure your criteria is met, okay? So going on to tip number 2. Always follow your trading plan. Now again, sounds simple enough, right? But how many people will get into a trade and then after say, oh, actually, maybe I should have checked this, or maybe I didn't have the confluence I thought I had. Make sure your confluence is there. A very good thing that I learned early on was, imagine the worst boss you've ever had, or if you've never had a boss, for example, the worst hedge fund manager you can ever imagine, right? Breathing down your neck every time you take a trade. They want to know why. Where's their money going? What's the risk? What's the probability? They want to know these points. So why wouldn't you want to know these points? If you're a trader and you're a professional trader, you're your own boss, you need to be giving yourself your rundown of exactly why you're entering your trade. That's what your trading plan's there for, to keep you consistent, okay? So again, super easy, but a lot of people overlook these basic rules. Finally, tip number 3, and probably in my opinion, one of the, again, very hard things that people struggle with is always focus on the bigger picture. Now, I'm not talking about charts. I'm not talking about the time frames or anything like that. I'm talking about the bigger picture when it comes to trading. Remember, taking 10 winning trades one day and then taking 20 losing trades for the rest of the week is not going to make you consistent. Being able to realize that when you have the bigger picture to think about and to work with, that you are going to start realizing that losses are going to occur. It's part of trading. Everybody loses. Nobody is 100%. Anybody that says they're 100% is probably talking out their rear end, okay? Again, that's just my personal opinion. But the bigger picture is what matters. We're not worried about the profits of a day, a week, a month. We're worried about the profits of a year, okay? Or a quarter, if you want to go through annual quarters, right? Because this is really what is going to separate you from somebody that chases around profits, saying, well, I made $200 today and look at this trade, it's really good, and you become fixated on your wins, but then you forget that, okay, well, I have to maintain this pattern across X amount of time. Remember, trading is something that is not going to make you rich overnight. You cannot come to trading thinking that, oh, this is going to work, this is going to work, this is going to work, this is going to work. Some people just can't, it doesn't suit their personality. Going back to point one, it doesn't suit your personality. Trading is personal, and there's nothing wrong with that. And that's exactly why tip one is so important, because adjusting your strategy is going to improve the probability of you becoming profitable. So guys, 3 basic tips. Again, this is not like a crazy in-depth advanced video, but these 3 points, a lot of people brush under the carpet at the very beginning, and that's where they stay. Now, unfortunately, this hinders the growth, and it stops many people that could become profitable coming profitable by simply ignoring these points. If this video has been helpful for you and these points have made you either, reassess your overall trading or maybe just make slight adjustments, then please be sure to drop us a comment down below and let us know how we have helped you think differently. Apart from that, guys, that's all from me, and I'll catch you in the next one. Have an amazing 2023, guys, and I will catch you all very soon. Peace out.